Hello, this is Gorillas Freak 25. Today is Friday, January 20th, 2017. And today is Donald Trump's inauguration day. So today he will be inaugurated and in other words become the 45th president of the United States of America officially. So there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. He is now the president. He has now been, sworn in. He'll do his speech and all that. Well, I don't know if he's officially been sworn in yet, but he's going to be. So, I'm just going to give, I don't feel like making an entire video about analyzing Donald Trump the same way I didn't feel like making an entire video analyzing Barack Obama. Instead, I'm just going to give my thoughts on a few common theories about this election. Not just theories, but sayings people had, thoughts in general. I don't know what I'm really trying to look for here, but let me clear some things up. First of all, let's get this off my chest, and I know this is gonna anger the diehard Bernie or bust crowd, which turned into more closet Trump vote third party crowd because a lot of them became angry with Bernie Sanders when he endorsed Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton didn't lose because of that Bernie or bust going on. She didn't lose because of the nomination. She didn't lose because of Deborah Schultz. She didn't lose because of any of that. And here's why, and it's so simple to know why. The entire time that was going on, we saw these polls, these popular vote polls, general election head-to-head, which showed Bernie Sanders trouncing Donald Trump, 8 to 10 points comfortably, whereas Hillary Clinton only beat him by like 3 to 5 points. They kept doing this over and over as an argument to nominate Bernie Sanders, and then Bernie Sanders ended up endorsing Hillary Clinton 2 weeks before the convention anyway. Here's the problem with that. First of all, Hillary Clinton had been leading in the popular vote polls the entire time. So what is the point of even mentioning Bernie Sanders leading the popular vote if Hillary Clinton was doing the same thing in the polls? So what is the point of doing that? Here's what I do know. It didn't matter anyway because Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. So why are we even talking about that? Yes, he had won it in bigger margins in the polls, but which brings me to my next point. There was still a 5-6 month gap between the election and the nomination. For all we know, his popularity would have went down. Trump probably would have joined the socialist Jewish train on him. So you got to think his popularity wouldn't have been that high all the way through the summer. I mean, Bernie would have got beat up pretty badly by Trump. Third of all, last but not least, the polls proved to be wrong. Yes, Hillary did win the popular vote, but not in the margins they said she would. Also, the key state votes showed her winning in bigger margins than what she won, and she lost a lot of swing states. So this whole poll nonsense is just completely a fail. And I think that's why some of these Bernie or bust people are still mad, the ones I see on Reddit and Twitter, because they know they were wrong the whole time about throwing out these ridiculous popular vote polls, which mean absolutely nothing. My next point of business, whether Trump fans want to admit it, Hillary Clinton did win the popular vote. Now, of course it doesn't matter. Well, no shit. I don't think there's anyone in the world that's disagreeing with that. However, it does show that a majority of this country thought Hillary Clinton would be a better president than Donald Trump. That is what it does show. It is a red flag for 2020 because with the exception of George W. Bush, the other presidents who have lost a popular vote and won the election didn't serve 2 terms. So history tells us this will actually be a 4-year term by Donald Trump, which I'm starting to think it may or may not. I'm not sure. But here's what the irony is. Donald Trump, the entire election season, had said that he didn't agree with the system because it was rigged against him. Ironically, the system is the only reason he even won. So the system that he hated And back in his 2012 tweets, he didn't like the Electoral College. He hated this rigged system against him. Benefited him. I just think that's so ironic to me. I mean, how funny is it, you know? Now, enough whining about that stuff, because that really doesn't matter anymore. Let me clear up another thing. Just because you supported Hillary doesn't mean you agree with her personality. Just because you supported Donald Trump means the same thing. Just because you voted for a candidate doesn't mean you like the candidate. Just because you voted for Hillary doesn't mean you're a crazy social justice warrior or a minority feeling oppressed. Just because you voted for Donald Trump doesn't mean you're automatically a racist. Unfortunately, these views aren't too common of mine because I see these stereotypes, myths, and accusations everywhere I go. So, that's really all there is to say about that. Now, Donald Trump, I don't have much hope for him. It's not the fact that he's making outlandish, bigoted comments about everybody, although that is an issue. It's the fact he has zero political experience. So, let's say we're drafting for the NFL. Let's say we draft someone with no football experience, someone who's never played, but, you know, this person's against the NFL establishment, so let's draft him. Now, how much sense does that make? You can do that with any sport, any occupation. What if we started hiring teachers with no experience or nurses or doctors? I mean, think about that. That's goofy. But anyway, I will give him a chance. He deserves a fair chance. He might do good. I don't have much hope, but he might. So I'm not going to be one of these people that automatically loathe the guy. So that's all I got to say is I'm not going to analyze him right now. I'm thinking about making some more videos completely analyzing the guy on his issues as well as Obama.